let's just dive right into what we have for today. So just click. So the first thing I want to do is set my canvas size. Okay, I'm working with inches, and I'll bring 20 by 25. Okay, 20 high by the width, that's the size of it is 20, and then the height of it is 25, and then create. Once this is created, I'm going to start with the first thing I want to do, which is add a solid color. Okay, so I'm just going to drag right to this point here. So I want the solid color to be this. Let's take this, and then I'm going to click OK. Now the next thing I want to do is add a shape, of course. So I'm just going to my shape, and then I'm going to drag right across here. Okay. So this is okay. Drag here. Alright, so I'm going to pull in. Alright, this is good. Then I'm going to take this also. I'm going to create a duplicate of this. Just click Alt. Click Alt just to make a duplicate of it. Alright. Alright, this is good. Now the next thing I want to do is I'm going to duplicate this again also. So I'm going to change the color of this one here to this background color. Alright. So before I do that, let me just adjust this first. So I'm just going to adjust this, reduce the spreadsheet, you drag this in. Okay. Alright. I'll do the same thing with this. Do the same thing with this, but I'm going to move this behind this. Good. Alright, so I'll just make my adjustments. I'm going to reduce this, take this down. Alright, to this point here. Okay. Alright, this is good. Alright. Now I'm going to make a duplicate of this. Just press Alt to duplicate this and place this here. Alright. Now once that is done, I can just duplicate this Alt and place this in the middle here. So we're trying to form, right? So we're trying to form this curve at this point here. So that was the essence of this whole thing. The essence of this whole thing was to form that. Okay. So now once we form that, let me just adjust this a bit. Okay. Now once we're done with this, the next thing I want to do is I'm going to import my image. Okay, before that, let me just go to my shape tool here. I'm going to drag right across here, drag here. I'm going to drag from this top to add a radius. Okay, and then I'm going to just I'm just going to centralize this here. Alright, I'm going to centralize it. I'm going to take it behind all of this, Okay, that's good. So let's change the color to probably something different. Let's use this. Alright, so take this. Remember, I'm taking this behind everything there, so I'll take it behind everything there. Okay, now let's reduce the size of this. So I'm just going to put it in, then I'm going to place this here. So just ensure you centralize it and click enter. Now I'm going to go into my resource file and then add. It's just an image I want to add. It's just one image. Okay, that is the image of the person that has the resume. So I'll just take this. I'm going to place this here. Okay. Now make sure this image is directly on top of this rectangle here, this yellow one. Alright, because I want to clip it to it. Now you'll note anything you want to clip to a particular shape or whatever, it has to be directly on top of it so that it just clips it at once. Alright, good. And click enter. Okay. So now the next thing I want to do is Alright, so the next thing I want to do is just add a bit of information. So I'll come to my before that, let's just add some lines. I'll go to my shape tool. So I'll just drag right across here. From the beginning to the end here, I'm just going to drag. I'm going to change the color of this. Okay, that's white. It's white already, so there's no need to change the color of it. That's one. I still need more of these lines. Alright, so make a duplicate of this. Press Alt, click and drag. I want one of the lines here. I also want one of the lines So I also want one of the lines, so just click and drag. So and drag. That's one of the lines here. Good. So I'll just reduce. Let's put this in first. I want it here. But I'm going to have to reduce this point here. Okay. So I'll press shift, click and just put it inside. Enter. I'm going to do the same thing here also. I'll just come here. Alright. Shift. Sorry, Control Z. Going to come to this front here. Click shift. Press shift, click and also just drag. Alright, so now the next thing I want to do is I want to just add some text, okay? So I'm going to go to my text to click here. So I'm going to be using a different font today. So I'm just going to read your next line, name, sorry, name, next line here. I'll select everything, change it to Y. Okay, so you can add your name if you wish to, but I'll just leave this as this here. I'm going to change this to terminal text. Terminal text, right? I'll be using terminal text for today. Good. So I'll centralize, I'll just reduce the size of this size too much. Alright. So just reduce the size of this. Alright. So reduce to satisfy. Now I feel the spacing between them is too much. So right here where I have this here, I'll just drag backwards. Alright. And then I'm just going to make sure everything is on a straight line. I don't want them centralized. Good. So once I'm done with that, you just adjust and place this here. Let's change this from bold to, let's say, damage. I think it's too bold. Alright, so I'm going to add another text here. Just click and then add text graphics designer GRAPHIC. So I'm going to select all of this. I'm going to change the size of the font. The font width to regular. I'm going to change the color to probably, let's say, let's use this. Alright, so you can copy the color code if you wish. So D89E01 and then click OK. I'm going to reduce the size. Alright. Good. So I'll space it out. I'm going to space it out. I'm going to space, let's just drag right across. Let's space it out. Good. I think regular is too tiny, so I'm going to take that to medium and then I'm going to click on my move tool. So right on my move tool, I'll just reduce the size of this. Okay. And click enter. I think the spacing between them is too much. So let's return it back to normal. Oh, let's reduce this. Okay. Now the next thing I want to do here is add another text. I'll just duplicate this and place this here. So I can just double click on this and change it to education. Use it here. I'll select all of these, change the color to white. Okay, and then for the font width, let's just go from medium to the next one. So let's use them this time. Alright, this is okay. So we can just place this here. Alright, that's good. That's good, that's good. So that's education. And then I can make a duplicate of this. Just click on, place this here. And double click to edit this. I'll change this to maybe probably my skill, SKILLS, my skills. So I'll just double click on this education here. I'm gonna change it to my skill. My skill. Alright. Now once I'm done with that, once I'm done with that, so I can duplicate this. Just click all, click and then drag to make a duplicate of this. So let's place this here. Good. You can take it up. Sorry, Ctrl Z. Too much fun. You take it up. Good. Good. Alright, so right here where I have my skills. So right here where I have my skills, I can just I'll go to my shape tool. Alright, so I'm going to drag right across it. Okay. Alright, so now this I want to use this for something. Alright, before I do anything, let me make a duplicate of this. This is my skill. I'm just going to click Alt, click and drag. Alright, so I'm going to double click on this to edit. So just put Photoshop there. Photoshop. The next line, Illustrator. Illustrator. The next line can be, let's say, Canva. Most people that use Canva. Then the next line can be, let's say, Premiere Pro. Premiere Pro. You know what? Let's just stop here. Alright, so we'll stop here for today. So take this. I'm going to place this right here. But now I'm going to take this shape I added in front here. So this I want to use this now to show the level. Okay, to show the skill level. So let's still reduce the size of this. Alright, this is what feels okay. Good. So what I'm going to do now to this is I'm going to make a duplicate of this. I'm going to create a duplicate. Let me adjust this inside. I'm going to create a duplicate. I'll just press Ctrl J. Now this duplicate I created on top, I'm going to change the color to use this or this. Alright, let's work with this. Good. So this one right on top here, I'll just reduce the length. Just click on Shift and reduce it inside. So now this one on top is showing the level. Alright, it's showing the level. Now let's select these two shapes again and make it duplicate of it. So I'll just press Alt, click and drag and place them right in front of these shapes here. I'll place in front of all of them. Canva and Premiere Pro. Good. So let's take this again. So let's say probably you know how to use Illustrator more than Photoshop. So you just click on Shift, you drag. So you're just using this to adjust. Let's say Canva. It's not you're not that conversant with Canva. You can reduce the level. Premiere Pro you can also increase the level. Alright, so this is just like to show the adjustment levels of your skill sets. Alright. And once you are done with that, you can just add some other information you might want to add. So you can say just go to my text. I'll just create a text box right here. In the text box, I'll just add some text. The space in between them is too much, so I'll reduce this to auto. Okay, let's change the color to this right here. Alright, and let's reduce the size. Good. The space in between them is too much. Could change it to 0. So I'm gonna create a copy of this and just paste this here. Alright. So for this we can say let's centralize it. We can try to centralize this. So this can just have you can have something like maybe my experience here, whatever, and just give a brief story of your experience or whatever you want to do there. Alright. Control Z. So this in case you want to add any text here. depending on you. So you do anyone you want. I'm going to reduce this. Alright. I just want a few amount of text to be here. Good. Alright, now once I'm done with that, I can add any other information here. Okay, let's say probably education. You can add a year. Some to do 2020. Alright, so this 2020, I'll just select everything and reduce the size of it. Good, so I'll just change the font weight to probably bold. Alright, so just a bit of an adjustment here. And then I'm going to take my text to drag right across here. Alright, that's good. So I'll reduce, I'm going to change the font from bold to medium. I'm going to reduce the space in between to auto. Here is the space in between, here is the space apart. Alright, so let's just okay. So let's still increase that. Alright. So I'll just drag this and place right in front of the here. Good. So I'll raise this up. Take this up. And then I'm just going to create a duplicate of this. Alright. This and so this and this here. Select the two of them. I'm going to create a duplicate. Alright. Click Alt, just click and drag down, make a duplicate of this down here. Okay, so we don't want to do something too fancy. So what I'm going to do now, to this background here, I'm just going to put my filter and I'm going to add noise. Okay, I don't want the background to be too plain. Just add a bit of noise. Okay, so let's reduce this to 6.78. So I'm going to copy that because I'll click OK because I want to add it to this too, so that it don't look too, look obvious. Alright, so I'll put my filter, still add noise. 6.78, do the same thing here. Put my filter and add noise. Okay, so let me just add noise. Good. Alright, so this is okay. Alright, now so with that we've come to the end of our design for today. So I hope you learned something new. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you where you're watching from. Alright, so I hope to see you in the next one. Please do to like, share, and subscribe, okay, so that this video can reach more people. Alright, have a wonderful day.